Welcome to another fascinating journey here on our channel. Today, we are about to explore mysteries that defy understanding, intrigue curious minds, and transport us to inexplicable events that marked the past. Prepare to be swept up in surprising stories, from dancing epidemics to mysterious poisonings and incidents in remote mountains. Now, without further delay, let's explore the riddles that have perplexed the world. This and much more, here on our channel. Ready? So, let's go. In the summer of 1518, in the French city of Strasbourg, a bizarre and inexplicable epidemic surprised the population. It all started when Fran Truff, an ordinary woman, started dancing wildly in the streets, for no apparent reason. This strange behavior quickly spread, leading others to join in the frenzied dancing. The number of participants grew exponentially, reaching around 400 people in a matter of weeks. The phenomenon intrigued the city and attracted crowds to witness the incessant dancing. What started as applause and admiration soon turned into chaos. People danced until exhaustion. Some fainted and others died due to exhaustion and other problems related to the incessant dancing. Historians record that, after a month of chaos, the epidemic simply disappeared as mysteriously as it began. The reason behind this phenomenon has never been fully understood. Theories range from psychological causes, such as mass hysteria, to supernatural reasons. The dancing epidemic episode of 1518 remains a historical enigma, defying modern understanding. The lack of a conclusive explanation fuels speculation about cultural, psychological, and even paranormal influences. This peculiar chapter of history continues to intrigue and, to this day, remains one of the most perplexing and unexplored occurrences of the past. In 1997, Mel Waters shared a fascinating narrative about a mysterious hole on his Washington estate, making it one of the most intriguing and inexplicable stories. This hole, supposedly 24,000 meters deep, gained notoriety not only for its immensity, but also for its supernatural characteristics. Mel Waters claimed that the hole was infinite, defying any attempt to visualize its bottom. Furthermore, he claimed that this hole had extraordinary properties, such as the ability to resurrect animals. Bizarre reports included the story of a dog that, after being thrown into a hole, returned alive the next day, as if nothing had happened. The plot gains even more complexity when Mel Waters reports that the government intervened in an enigmatic way, acquiring his lands in a coercive manner. This raises questions about what the government knew about the hole and why it was so interested in controlling access to it. Interestingly, attempts to find Mel Waters or tangible evidence of this hole have failed, leaving a void of doubt about the veracity of this narrative. The lack of concrete evidence raises questions about the real existence of this hole or whether Mel Waters was a genuine or fictitious figure. Mel Waters' infinity hole remains a mystery shrouded in speculation, defying conventional understanding of reality. To this day, the story continues to intrigue those who seek to understand the limits of our understanding of the inexplicable. The history of the Roanoke colony is an enigma that echoes through the centuries, intriguing historians and mystery enthusiasts alike. In 1587, 115 English colonists settled on Roanoke Island, an attempt to consolidate the English presence in the New World. The enigma begins when Governor John White, leader of the colony, returned to England to obtain critical supplies. Due to conflicts with Spain, White's return was delayed, and when he finally returned in 1590, the colony was deserted. There was no sign of the settlers except for the word Croton carved into a tree trunk and the abbreviation Crow on a pillar of a nearby fort. This single clue, Croton, adds layers of mystery to the story. Some suggest that settlers went to Croton Island seeking help, while others speculate about the possibility of interactions with local indigenous tribes such as the Crotons. Theories about the fate of the Roanoke colony range from more mundane explanations, such as merging with Indian tribes, to supernatural events, such as abductions or unexplained disappearances. The lack of clear evidence fuels speculation, and to this day, the true reason for the colony's disappearance remains a fascinating enigma. The enigma of Roanoke persists, challenging historians to unravel the details of what happened to the 115 colonists who disappeared without a trace, turning the Roanoke colony into one of colonial America's greatest unsolved mystery stories. On the last day of filming the cinematic epic Titanic, an unusual turn of events plunged the set into chaos. James Cameron, the film's director, and the entire cast were mysteriously poisoned during the last meal of filming. The incident resulted in a chaotic scene at the hospital, where staff members exhibited disconcerting behaviors, including uncontrolled laughter and agitation. The person responsible for the poisoning was never identified, and to this day, the incident remains shrouded in mystery. The intriguing element of this case is that the motive for such action has never been clarified. The cast and crew of Titanic fell victim to poisoned oyster soup, which set off a series of strange and chaotic events. The lack of a conclusive explanation for this poisoning keeps the Titanic case as one of the most enigmatic events in the history of cinema. Theories range from the actions of a disgruntled staff member to more obscure conspiracies. The uncertainty about who would have perpetrated this act and why adds layers of complexity to this cinematic narrative. The enigma surrounding the poisoning on the Titanic set not only remains without definitive answers, but also creates an aura of intrigue, leaving the event marked as a quirk in Hollywood history. The truth behind this unusual episode remains elusive, making it one of the most intriguing mysteries in the cinematic universe. In the winter of 1959, in the remote mountains of the Dyatlov Pass in the Soviet Union, 9 skiers were the protagonists of one of the most intriguing and disturbing mysteries in history. The expedition, led by Igor Dyatlov, resulted in a series of inexplicable events and mysterious deaths. After facing a snowstorm, the skiers decided to camp. However, something disturbing occurred during the night. They tore their tents open from the inside and fled barefoot in the snow, in extremely low temperatures, leaving behind their essential belongings. The first bodies were discovered days later, and what followed only intensified the mystery. Some skiers had horrific injuries, such as broken ribs and damaged skulls, with no outward signs of struggle. 2 bodies, especially, were missing tongues and eyes. The presence of radiation on their clothes added another bizarre element to the narrative. Theories about what happened that night range from avalanches to encounters with extraterrestrial beings or mysterious creatures. Investigators concluded that an irresistible natural force was responsible, without fully clarifying what that meant. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an unsolved enigma. The Soviet government, initially involved in the case, suggested natural causes, but the peculiarities of the injuries and the lack of a convincing explanation continue to fuel speculation and conspiracy theories. The mystery persists, defying attempts to understand and transforming this episode into one of the most chilling and intriguing stories of the 20th century. These intriguing stories make us question the unknown. If you liked the video and want more mysteries solved, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and leave your like in the comments. Together we will explore the unexplainable. Until the next mystery.